Deck at the Red Mile in Lexington, Kentucky. It's a beautiful, sunny Thursday afternoon, Emily. Something that we've not been used to.
That's right. It's couldn't be more picturesque, Jessica, down here in Lexington. Of course, we oftentimes talk about this, right? The Lexington experience, and we're certainly experiencing that today. Of course, last week, Mother Nature, she couldn't give us everything we wanted, so I think we're due for some great weather, and it looks like we're going to have that this weekend.
Now, this is a mainstay here in Lexington, this deck right here, because it's usually got plenty of horsemen with breakfast and everything.
It does, and I'm glad you brought that up. So, Hunterton Farms, one of our proud sponsors here at the Red Mile, they are going to be hosting breakfast on the backside. Each day we're racing. We started today, so we had some donuts, things like that. We're going to have some bagels per request of my good friend Gordon Waterstone. But we're going to have some great offerings out here each morning. So we want to invite everyone to come out and, like you said, watch the horses jog, train, talk about hopefully all the wonderful horses you bought, and of course all the great racing that we've got coming up this weekend.
Now we're drawing for the Kentucky Futurity Day, filly and colt, but we have 3 great days of racing coming up.
We do, and we want to invite everybody out. Of course, first post 1 p.m. both Friday or all 3 days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like you said, the main event, the reason we're all here, of course, the 132nd Kentucky Futurity, but it is the 150th anniversary at the Red Mile, so lots of exciting things to go on all weekend. If you haven't made your plans to be here, shame on you. But again, we want to invite you out each and every day. Great racing action from start to finish. Our man Gabe Pruitt put together a great, fabulous 3 days of racing, so we're really looking forward to it.
Yes, Sunday. We got lots going on here.
We do. Yeah, so like we said, that's the main event, right? Kentucky Futurity Day. Everyone wants to be in Lexington on Kentucky Futurity Day. We've got a lot of fun things going on off the track as well. Of course, we've got lunch in the clubhouse. We want to invite everybody to come out, make your reservations if you haven't already done so. But we're going to have all sorts of things going on off the track. Like I said, food trucks. We're actually going to have an artist. He's a local Kentucky artist. He's going to be painting a commemorative painting for the Kentucky Futurity live on track. It's going to be a live art experience. So you'll be able to get up close and personal with him, talk to him, see his work. He's worked for the Kentucky Derby. He's done some commission work for the Kentucky Derby, also the PGA Tour. He's really, really good. So he's going to be doing a live painting. We're actually going to auction that off. We're going to host a silent auction. And all proceeds of that are going to go to the Standardbred Transition Alliance. So it's going to be a great cause, and like I said, some fun to get up close and personal with a local native Kentucky artist. He's also going to be creating a signature piece of the winner of the Kentucky Futurity as well on a program page. We'll present that to the connections of the winner as well. So a lot of fun to go along with that.
Different kind of trophy. I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, exactly.
So post times at 1 p.m. I do want to mention too that we're going to be on national TV.
That's right. First time ever.
Yes. So the Fox Sports 1 from 12:30 to 3, and then from 3 to 5:30 will be on Fox Sports 2. So plenty of racing action to be covered on national TV. So that's awesome as well. So looking forward to a great weekend of racing. And, not only the Kentucky Futurities are on Sunday, but we've got the Alarage, all 4 Alarage, the Glen Gardner for the 3-year-old filly pacers, and the Tattersall for the 3-year-old colt pacers. So plenty of action.
That's right. And we're going to kick things off with the International Stallion Stakes as well. So some great opportunities, and like we said, some great racing. And the Kentucky Futurity is kind of the icing on the cake, but really it's going to be a great card from start to finish. So we're really, really looking forward to it. And as I said, 150th anniversary of the Red Mile. So it's kind of cool to say that you were here and got to see the winner live. And like we've talked about, and I feel like everybody talks about, of course, looks like the weather's going to be great and hold out for us.
Yes, and there's nothing better than sitting out there when the horses come by and everybody cheers for them, and it's sunny and it's beautiful, and that's what we have in store for us this weekend.
That's right. We paid the price last weekend, so everybody can enjoy it this weekend. So very much looking forward to it. I know, like we talked about the Kentucky Futurity, we've got a great race. It's going to be a stellar field, and of course, we couldn't do it without our man Bob Hollywood Hayden. He's got some great information for us.
Yes, he does.
Bob?
Well, the Kentucky Futurity is the 150th year of operation, 131st year since the Kentucky Futurity actually began. This is the 70th year that there's been a trotting Triple Crown available. Started with Scott Frost. He won it back in '55. 69 years on the pace. A lot of interesting notes here. Last year, for the first time, female trainers went 1-2 in this race. That's Nancy Tact, who will try to repeat this year and do what only her dad's done in the last decade, win this race back-to-back in 14 and 15. He did that with Nunzio and then Pinkman. She's trying to do it 2 years in a row. Noel Daly won this race in 2003. He's back with Zig Zauer. 21 years later, Mr. Muscleman to Zig Zauer. We'll see if he can do that. We have 4 of the 11 are geldings. Geldings have had a good history. Mr. Muscleman, Savoir won this race, and then later on, the Horse of the Year. Team Miller looking to break through in the Kentucky Futurity. They've been beating a couple heads on the wire, including last year, French Wine and Devious Demand before that. And when this track opened, they weren't called races. That's right. They were called, yeah, it was interesting, they were called sweepstakes. And it was called the Fall Flats. But as we look, and this year, Carl is 537,000 ahead of anybody else in the 3-year-old ranks this year, and 43,000 ahead of Jiggy Jog. He's the richest earner in the sport. He's one of the headline performers coming up. It's going to be a great day this weekend. The next 2 days, we have a lot of international stallion. We have 15 of those international stallion. I think 9 trots and 6 paces. The Glenn Garnsey is going to be on the card this weekend. That's a great filly race. Brett Pelley's got, I believe, 5 in there himself. The Alarots. Remember, when we had the Breeders' Crown, when it debuted in '84, the very first one, the anniversary of that is Saturday. That's right, Workaholic won, and that landed on the same day of the Fancy Crown, winning the Kentucky Futurity, beating the boys. Good note there. Fancy Crown and Workaholic were both Speedy Crown sons and daughters, and get this, he was not eligible for the Futurity back in 1971, as was Green Speed back in 77. But nowadays, don't worry about it. Jujube 3 years ago won this race as a supplement. So let's get ready now. We're going to be looking at the draw. Let's get ready for the filly. We'll go to the fillies first. We have 11, I believe, in each. And let's get underway. Jess, see what we got.
I think we're waiting for the judges.
Judges?
Do we
Okay.
still have the judges?
Judges are coming.
Let me give you a couple notes while we're waiting on the fillies.
We will.
When this race began in 65, this is year 60, the filly actually won both. Won the Philly Futurity and the Kentucky Futurity. It happened with Umbro Flight. 2 years later, it happened again with Speed Model. So that, of course, doesn't happen as much anymore. We haven't had a filly winner of the Futurity since 1992, Umbro Keepsake, when Chuck Sylvester went back-to-back. But the fillies they're prominent on Kentucky Futurity Day, and they figure to be the same this year, Jess.
All right, now you guys can go.
All right. Thank you, Holly. We're going to start with the Philly Futurity, and we have Judge Jeff James and Race Secretary Tina Siekman, who will assist with the draw. All right, we'll get this underway.
Are we getting ready for a big day? You guys ready for a big day?
We are.
How you like the action here? Is this compared to all the other states you work in?
Absolutely.
Place to be, right?
Honestly. it is.
Okay, we'll get ready for the Philly Futurity draw. I believe we have 11. This is the most wide open of the 2 races by far. So this could be a fun betting race, real fun betting race in the 60th Philly Futurity. Started back in 1965. Let's get things underway if we can. Allegiant. Post 8. Post 8 for Allegiant. Okay. Scotty Zeron's done some really good work there this year. Scotty Zeron, by the way, is the only driver who's repeated in the Futurity in the last decade. He'll try to keep that good karma going on the Philly version.
Buy around.
Buy around.
3.
Post 3. Post 3 for buy around. She had a remarkable end of last year. Looking to regain some of that form a little bit this year. Maybe coming into form at just the right time. Let's try it again.
Date night Hanover.
Date night Hanover. There are 8 fillies in the race who cost over 100,000. She's the richest at 600,000. Post 10. Post 10 for Date night Hanover, coming off a big win last 2 weeks actually. She won the Kentucky Sire Stakes final. Jeff Snyder looking to get going here in the Kentucky Futurity Filly Division.
French champagne.
French Champagne.
11.
Post 11. Post 11 for French Champagne. French Champagne. The second leading money-winning trainer in North America is Aki Svanstedt. Aki Svanstedt. Let's go we'll look for our fifth entry.
Miss ILA.
Miss ILA.
6.
Post 6. Post 6. I believe that Joey Bongiorno is driving. I know he's a recent father. He just had Parker Joe Bongiorno last week. And, maybe the new dad will bring some good luck to the Philly Futurity. What do we got next?
Paulina Hanover.
Paulina Hanover. Number 6 is number 1. Paulina Hanover's got post position number 1. Okay. This is going to be. We have 5 more spots to go. Let's keep the ball rolling.
R. Melena.
Armelina, the richest 3-year-old filly in the race this year for John Boutenshane.
2.
Post 2. Post 2 for Armelina. John Boutenshane actually debuted a couple years ago, 7 years ago in the Hamiltonian with 3 horses in the same race led by Dover Dan. He's back. Remember, he had a $2.5 million winner in Plesac. What do we got?
Yeah, it's still good. Yeah.
Sad bird, still sing.
But it's still random because they're just picking it.
Post position 4 on Sad Bird, Still Sing. Okay, post 4. We are now, let's see, we got 5, 7, 9 are open here. Okay, here we go.
Sambuca, Hanover.
Sambuca Hanover. Let's see what she's got.
5.
Post 5. Sambuca Hanover, post 5. Okay, the familiar connections there. We'll see if they can keep the ball rolling with the Philly Trotters.
Soria, Hanover.
Okay, we have post position
9.
9 is coming up for Soiree Hanover. That's a divisional champion last year. And we'll see if Lucas Wallen keeps some of that good karma going. His name is rebuff. His name is right on the finish line there. 2 years ago, won the Futurity.
Warwi, Hanover.
7.
Okay, we have Warren Michelle is post position number 7, the Breeders' Crown winner, Okies Fonstedt. And there you go. Let's read them again there. From the rail out, though, we have Paulina Hanover and Armelina 1-2. Bio Rounds got the 3. Sad Bird Still Sing 4. Sambuca Hanover's 5. Miss ILA is 6. Warwi Michelle is 7. Allegiant, post 8. Soiree Hanover, Date Night Hanover, and French Champagne round out the field of 11 for the Philly Futurity. We have a purse on this race? We don't have the purse yet. Okay. Okay. The Philly Futurity field is in.
Yeah, do we have any?
We're going to get ready.
connections?
We're going to take a look at.
Do you want to talk to John Butenchain?
Yeah, John Butenchain here.
I think so.
Who's John Butenchain? I think he's hiding somewhere. I'm going to ask John Butenchain a question. This is the richest 3-year-old filly in the race. I asked him that yesterday at the sale. He didn't even know it.
He was here.
He was here? Is he? Oh, he's definitely hiding
You may want to
somewhere.
go say something to Tina because they're mad.
Maybe he's
because
not here.
She's going in alphabetical.
Okay. Kentucky Futurity.
Okay.
132.
Yeah, should mix up the names.
Got a stat for you on Bob McClure, by the way. I got to use it right now. It's too good to pass up. If Highland
I mean,
Kismet
it's
wins
so
this race,
random,
Bob McClure
gotta
becomes the
mix
first
it up.
driver in the history of this and the Hambletonian to win the Hambletonian in his debut, Forbidden Trade, and the Kentucky Futurity in his debut, Highland
They're gonna mix
Kismet,
them
with
up.
2 different horses. It has never happened before. 61 drivers
Okay,
have won a
important
Hambo at
that
least
you
once.
need to mix it
73
up.
have won a Futurity
and
at
it's
least
so
once.
random, but
Bob
it's just
McClure is
like
trying to make some history. Keep it going.
I mean,
Let's see if we
it's
can do that with
still
Highland Kismet.
but, like, it's still
Let's get
valid.
ready for the
You don't
draw
need to
for the
redraw.
Kentucky Futurity.
Do it.
Bella's,
Christine
Muscle
Strong.
Hill.
Bella's Muscle Hill. Post 9. Post position number 9 for Bella's Muscle Hill. There's a lot of power just in that name, huh? All right. What we got?
Amazing Catch.
Amazing Catch. Post 4. Post 4, Amazing Catch. 516,000 on the year, even with just 2 victories. That's pretty impressive. Good timing.
Highland Kismet.
Highland Kismet for the aforementioned Bob McClure has got post 3. Post position number 3. This is the Hambletonian runner-up. Had a miscue in Canada, but looks to rebound and did rebound very well here last week.
Mr. Bluebird.
Mr. Bluebird has drawn
7.
post 7. Post 7. That's 4 of the 11 that are in. There are 4 geldings in this race, by the way. 4 of the 11 are geldings. Very odd, high number. We'll see how that plays out.
Wild Ticket.
Wild Ticket. Post 1. Maybe I'll have the same luck as a couple years ago. Wild Honey upset Mission Brief. Remember? Halfway home there with Wild. Okay, we have 1, 2, 5 in, 6 to go.
Security Protected.
Security Protected. We'll see if Security Protected can...
10.
Post 10. Post position number 10 for Security Protected. And the last sire to win this race back-to-back, Father Patrick did it in 1920 with Amigo Volo and Green Shoe.
Dame Good Time.
Dame Good Time. Post 2. So the inside 4 are now gone. Dame Good Time. The inside 4 are now history, and we have 1, 2, we have what, 5 more spots, okay?
Carl.
Carl. What's Carl got here? 11. That's not bad news, though. 2 of the last 3 Triple Crown winners won this race from post 11. Winsong's Legacy, Marion Marauder. Carl, leading money-winning horse in the sport.
Tony Adams S.
Tony Adams. Tony Adams is looking for a post 6. Tony Adams has got post position number 6. Okay, we got 2 left. 2 more to go.
Sig Sawyer.
6 Hour is here. Here he is, Noel Daly, trying to win this race 21 years apart. Mr. Muscle Man, who lives 10 miles from here at the Kentucky Horse Park.
8.
Post position 8. Noel Daly, a jug-winning trainer this year. Zig Zauer, the fastest 3-year-old trotter in the country, I believe, right? 150 flat. And we got 1 more to go.
Secret Agent Man.
5.
Secret Agent Man's got post position number 5. Secret Agent Man. That'll be Andy and Julie Miller looking to reverse those 2 photos. They got nailed in this race in the last 6 editions. And there's your field. Let's read it from the top again. Wild Ticket has got the 1. Dame Good Time has got post 2. Highland Kismet, post 3. Amazing Catch has got the 4. Secret Agent Man number 5. Tony Adams is 6. Mr. Bluebird is 7. Zig Zauer is 8. Bella Muscles Hill is 9. Security Protected is 10. And the favorite, Carl, the richest horse in North America this year, has post 11 in the 132nd renewal of the Kentucky Futurity. Nancy Tactor is here. Okay, Nancy, first thing you thought of when you heard the draw?
It looks good to me. You know, well, it's better than 10, 9, or 8, I think. So I'm happy with 11.
Okay. Now, last week when it rained here, were you happy that Carl wasn't racing last week, scheduled to?
Yeah, I don't think it was ideal racing conditions. So, you know, I was happy that my horse was not racing and that he was in his stall, happy eating his dinner while everybody else was out here racing in the mud. So I think that, you know, might work to our advantage.
How's he doing? What's the latest with Carl? How's he training?
I trained him this morning. I was really happy with him. He trained super, and he's going to be ready to go on Sunday.
Okay, he's 9 for 11 on the year. He's having a fantastic year. Anything at all this year that has surprised you with Carl?
Yeah, that he came back as great as he did. You know, he had a really tough 2-year-old year. I think his past 9 races have all been 51 and 3 or faster, and 5 of those races have been under 51. So for any 3-year-old to be able to perform at, you know, that high of a level and week after week is just amazing.
And your father's the last one to win this back-to-back. You're trying to do the same, and do it same with Tactical Landing's son. Again, you knew him as well as anybody. What a stallion he's turned out to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's been great. It was, you know, a huge thrill to win the Kentucky Futurity last year with Tactical Approach, and, you know, we won Hambo back-to-back, so now we're going to try to win the Futurity back-to-back.
Are you looking for a little less drama in the race that compared to last year when Scotty was somewhere in the back of the pack at 3/4 pole?
Well, at the 3/4 pole, I didn't even think I was going to get a check. So, and, you know, starting for post 11, I might be in the similar situation this year. But, you know what, you obviously in big fields, and, you know, there's a really nice group of horses here. There's 10 really solid competitors. So you need a little racing luck and things have to go your way. But like I said, my horse is coming in great shape, so I'm really happy with him.
Thanks so much, Nancy Tactor. Good luck with Carl. The only person ever to have a Horse of the Year and be Rising Star in the same year. Nancy Tactor, 2014. What would you post did you draw?
3.
Okay, you drew post 3. Okay, hold on. Gotta get my sheet out. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on one second. Let's get my sheets. The start of the year looked like he was started a world of fire basically, and second in the Hambo, great effort. Then a little bit of a bobble. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Bobby had to shut his air off when he's getting in the hole there in Canada there, so that was kind of a disappointment. But he bounced back good here last week, so we're okay.
Yeah, I asked Bob McCoy after the race last week, was that your plan to race off the pace? Were you happy to see him race from behind?
Yeah, that's usually how he races, but he has raced up front a few times. Depends. He's a Father Patrick, and he gets a little aggressive once in a while, and you just kind of have to go with what he feels like doing.
You've had a little bit of rough weather in the Hambo right for the race, and then last week, now you come into a Triple Crown race. Tell us about how he's feeling, how he's doing.
He's feeling. I trained him a bit yesterday. He had a good day, and he's feeling really good. He travels well, so that's a big plus for him.
Yeah, and Bob McClure has been here before. I mean, not in this race, but I mean in the big races before, a big stage. He's not a veteran, but certainly he's certainly up to the moment.
He's not shabby. I got faith in him. We're pretty close, so we talk a lot. So I think everything's online to go ahead.
Okay. Have you raced in this race before?
No, first time.
First timer. Okay. Driver and trainer. First time in the Kentucky Futurity.
First time handball, first time Futurity.
Okay. Let's do it. See if we can do some damage here. Good luck to you, and for sure in the Futurity final. Mark Etzel. Thank you.
All right, Emily, we've got both draws completed. Looking like a couple of really nice fields. Looking forward to Sunday.
We are, as we said at the top of the show. Of course, want to invite everybody out to the Red Mile. Going to be a beautiful weekend of racing, and as we said, we've got a great field set to go postward in the 132nd edition of the Kentucky Futurity, and of course the Philly Futurity as well. Going to be a great day of racing and a great weekend of racing, as we talked about, Jessica.
Yes, and you mentioned earlier, make sure you make your reservations, but you don't need reservations.
That's
There's
right.
plenty of open seating for everybody.
That's right.
Food trucks, like you had mentioned as well. You can stop by and see Jeremy in the gift shop, get your Red Mile gear.
We've also got Kentucky Futurity hats,
Oh, there we go.
sponsored by Wiseman Farms. All proceeds there are going to the Stable of Memories, so you can stop in and get an official Kentucky Futurity hat. Again, on all those proceeds going to the Stable of Memories, sponsored by Wiseman Farms. Speaking of sponsors have been such a crucial part of what we do down here at the Red Mile. We talked about breakfast on the backside, sponsored by Hunterton Farms. We're going to have a VIP Winners Lounge. It's going to be sponsored by Diamond Creek, and of course, we can't thank our sponsors enough to offering us the opportunity to have events like this.
Yes, we thank Crawford Farms, Hunterton, Hanover, as well as Diamond Creek for sponsoring this, so we were able to bring it to you live today. And like you'd mentioned, plenty of other sponsors who make this weekend happen.
That's right. And of course, everybody behind the scenes, I want to personally give a great big shout out to Mr. Cristoli. He has been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and I appreciate it so very much. He's helped me through my first Kentucky Futurity draw. I want to thank you, Jenna, and everybody behind the scenes, of course, at the USTA, Rich and the crew. You guys have been wonderful to work with. And of course, the judges for offering us, and Tina, the race secretary, for taking the time to let us do the draw live.
Yes, all right. So 1 p.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, post time. Don't forget we are on Fox Sports 1, 12:30 to 3, 3 to 5:30 on Fox Sports 2. So really looking forward to that, covering all the action. We've got you from top to bottom, front to back covered this weekend.
That's right. So again, we keep reiterating, come out to the Red Mile. If you can't make it, of course, you can stay home, watch on Fox Sports, and watch Jessica and Jenna talk about all the great racing we got going on.
Yeah, and if you are here, just record it.
That's right. One more final element. We're going to hand it over to Bob one more time, and he's going to provide the morning line for us,
Yes.
so everybody can get their jump start into handicapping. Bob?
Okay, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the Futurity here. Let's go to the Futurity first, since that's up there. Wild Ticket. We'll make Wild Ticket 15 to 1.
I forgot that part.
15 to 1 on Wild Ticket. Number 2, Dame Good Time. 8 to 1. 8 to 1 on Dame Good Time. Highland Kismet. Second choice, 3 to 1. Post 3 to 1. Amazing Catch. Post 4, 12 to 1. Okay.
Yeah,
Secret
major.
Agent Man. Post 5, 15 to 1. Okay. Tony Adams. Post 6, 10 to 1. Mr. Bluebird. Post 7, 20 to 1. Zigzauer is post 8 at 6 to 1. Bella's Muscle Hill, post 9 at 20 to 1. Security Protected, post 10 at 20 to 1. And Carl, the second tier, post 11, favorite at 6 to 5. Carl, the favorite to win the 513th Triple Crown race in history, and possibly his second of the year. He did not race in the Yonkers Trot. And Carl, any check goes over $1 million. Okay, that's a look at the morning line again for the. Now let's take a look at the. Post position number 1, Paulina Hanover, 20 to 1. Okay. Armelina, post 2, 6 to 1. By around post 3, 9-2. Okay. Sandberg still sing, post position 4. Sadberg still sing, sorry. 15-1. Sambuca Hanover post 5, 20-1. Miss ILA post 6 at 15-1. Worry Michelle post 7 at 4-1. Allegiant post 8 at 5-1. Soiree Hanover post 9 at 6-1. Date Night Hanover post 10, the lukewarm choice at 3-1. And French Champagne post 11 at 15-1. So that's the field, that's the morning line. On the Kentucky Philly Futurity, we have 11 in each. And we have, I believe, 16 of the 22 in are all six-figure yearlings. So you've got to pay to get on the gate here. And we'll see how it plays out. It's going to be a fun day. The Kentucky Philly Futurity. And the Futurity is race 12, so make sure you're in here in time for the entire day, the Guernsey and all those other races. And we're about ready to wrap it up here. This is the Red Mile. This is Sunday's action here. Lots of action next 2 days. 15 international stallions, 9 on the trot, 6 on the pace. Come on out. The weather's going to agree with us this week. We're not looking at last week's at all. And we'll have a great weekend. Come on out to the Red Mile.